Hello, my name is Nick Ware. I'm the Director of the Master Arts and Culture Management at Burgundy School of Business in Dijon. So for each new group of students, it's important as early as possible to try and establish a cohesion to the group, for them to understand each other, to have empathy for each other. And normally one achieves this with an onboarding, a team building exercise. So when I started the course, I inherited some onboarding team building exercises which were very physical, which biased towards extroverts. And for me, the problematic is that non-extrovert students, particularly students who have English as their second language and come from a culture where they're not confident with their level of language, they find it difficult to participate in those kinds of activities. So I was looking for something that was more equal in terms of its participation from all the students. So I read about Lego Serious Play. I'd read the academic papers about it, but also I have a friend who's taught using Lego Serious Play in the corporate world for many years, and I'd always wanted to try and use it in a classroom situation. It requires people to construct with Lego bricks in a group atmosphere, and so it biases towards non-verbal participation. There is an oral component in which students are invited to discuss what they've made, but essentially the main purpose of the day is for people to feel comfortable with each other and to exchange in a very simple and modest way about what they've created. So I think Lego Serious Play is more about non-verbal participation. So it allows a certain level playing field for the students. It invites them to think in a metaphorical way, so they're not answering direct questions about themselves, and it invites them to say as little or as much as they wish to about themselves. Generally tend to feel more at ease, more comfortable with each other. They learn unexpected things about each other. Students do not feel the pressure that they do in many other kinds of team building exercises. So one question was simply build a tower. So everybody had the same equal number and equal type of brick. They were then asked to adapt it to reflect their own personality, to what their family and their friends say about them. Each time they added a little bit more of their own personality. Final question was, what is your personal philosophy? And they had to try and manifest that in a physical dimension. And then we ended by placing everybody's designs in a kind of map where they were asked to situate it in relation to everybody else's philosophies and everybody else's personal construction. The feedback was very positive. Some of the students surprised me because they'd never encountered Lego before. And even for those who were skeptical about this kind of approach, after the first kinds of activities they did, they soon realized the benefits. They all felt there was a very relaxed and calm atmosphere in the class, and little by little across the day they felt they had understood each other and got to know each other in a positive way. For me, I think most of my objectives were met that day. The feedback was very positive. The benefits were very evident, and by the end of the day, students were already talking about what they were going to do together. They were planning events they were going to do together. I could see immediately there was a cohesion to the group. I think the benefit has continued. So across the year, students are asked to work in small groups, small teams. Naturally, most students tend to gravitate to people who are like them or know them already. And what I've seen is that there's much more mixing of classes, backgrounds, cultures, languages in the groups. And so people are more fluid in the way they interact with each other and less based on their own cultural and national backgrounds, which has often been the case in the past. I think the strengths for me definitely are about the relaxed nature of the activity. It allows them to think metaphorically, so students do not feel under pressure to respond immediately with a very personal answer. It allows them to exchange and across a day to give more and more of themselves and to understand more of each other. Plan your questions carefully, plan your day carefully. Understand that you need to be active in the day and make sure students get to know each other, and everybody should mix